Professor Satria, thank you so much for your time. As you know, this year marks 65th anniversary of the first human flight into space, when Yuri Gagarin first traveled into outer space. That's what this Space Forum is dedicated to. What is your and your country's, Indonesia's, purpose of taking part in this forum? What are your objectives and maybe expectations from this forum?
Thank you, Olga, for visiting us for this interview. The main objective of our visiting here is how to promote our space activity and how to strengthen the cooperations with Russia, especially in space development.
Mm-hmm. So can you elaborate on cooperation between Russia and Indonesia in the outer space?
Yeah. Of course, we are still preparing the establishment of Spaceport in Indonesia, especially in Biak Island in Papua. It is very important to promote our commitment in developing space ecosystem, including space economy. Mm-hmm. So collaboration with Russia is very, very important to enhance our capacity in strengthening our plan.
Mm-hmm. From what I know, Indonesia is striving to develop its independence in the space sphere. In which way can Russia be helpful to your country?
Yes, of course. Russia is one of the source of global space technology, and certainly the cooperation with Russia will improve Indonesian space technology. And in this visit, I tried to have the important meeting with high levels from Roscosmos. I met Mr. Dmitry Bukanov this morning, and talking about the arrangement of cooperations between Indonesia and Russia, especially from BRIN and Roscosmos. And just this afternoon, I had the meetings to continue regarding our preparation for establishment of a spaceport with Roscosmos, because Roscosmos is one of the company under Roscosmos who will be in charge in development of our projects in Biak.
Earlier this year, in February, Russian ambassador to Indonesia claimed that Russia is ready to help Indonesia in building its Cosmodrome. Can you please elaborate on that and give our viewers a bit of information on that?
Yes, the development and operation of Cosmodrome of Russian launcher in Indonesia territory is our main collaboration at the moment. I'd like to mention again that Russian technology in space is one of the best in the world. So through these collaborations, we hope there is strengthening of our capacity, increasing our capacity in creating space ecosystem, because space ecosystem is very important. When we talk about space ecosystem, not just talk about about rocket, but the ecosystem is including economy. So it is it is not just the public facility, but it's also for economic activity. So we invite many parties to use these facilities for strengthening space economy.
From what we know, Indonesia is preparing for the launch of the 4th generation satellite called NEO1 this year.
Yes.
Can you give us some details on that? And in which way Russia may be helpful, or maybe is already helping Indonesia?
Yes, actually, we have already produced our satellite. And now we have already launched 3 satellites in the space, and by the end of 2026, we plan to launch our new version of our microsatellite. We call NEO satellite. Of course, the resolution is better, and we hope this satellite can be used for many purposes, especially how to monitor environment in forests, how to monitor for food security and for disaster and so on. So it is very, very useful when we have the capacity in producing our satellite by ourselves. And after establishing spaceport in Biak, we hope we can launch our satellite by ourselves, and it is one of the milestone in space ecosystem in Indonesia, and it is very, very important for the future of Indonesia.
Of course.
Yes, because if you, in the past, we just talk about how to use land, how to use water in marine, in ocean, but now we need to use space. Is one of the source of economic growth in the future.
Of course, very few countries have their own cosmodromes on their territory. Also, Russia is planning to launch a new orbit station in 2028. Is it attractive for Indonesia to cooperate with Russia in using it?
Yes, Russia is one of our partners in developing our space ecosystem. Yes, because so far we know that Russia have the good technology, and by cooperation with Russia can enhance our capacity for space development. We believe that Russia, with your experience and your new advanced technology, can assist Indonesia in achieving our dreams to be one of the first country in the Southeast Asia who has, spaceport.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
stay.
Thank you, Alge.
Thank you.